Good morning. Today on Spotlight, a conversation with Detroit's top cop. Chief James White of Michigan's largest big city police department will be our guest. How safe are our neighborhoods and what's on his plate? He'll tell us. And later on our Sunday morning program, meet Detroit's award-winning poet, author, and filmmaker, Jessica Care Moore. She's making waves all across the United States. It's Sunday, August the 11th. I'm Chuck Stokes, and this is Spotlight. Good having you with us.
Thank you for having me.
How are we doing at keeping our neighborhoods safe?
Well, you know, the officers are doing an amazing job. They continue to work very hard for our community. We look at data to inform our strategy, which we've deployed in the past 3 years. We're looking currently at a 21% reduction in homicides, which is great. You know, we're looking at significant reductions in carjackings, up to 40%, double-digit reductions in non-fatal shootings. And those numbers, you know, certainly inform our strategy and let us know that what we're working through and what we're working on is working. But we're not celebrating those numbers. We know that we've got a lot of work to do. We came in last year with record numbers of lower record numbers of non-fatal shootings and carjackings, and we wanted to make sure that we continued that momentum, and that's working.
And you had big news recently because it was the lowest since 1966. I think.
That's correct.
Correct. That's a long period of time.
It is, and we wanted to make sure that we continued that this year, and so far so good.
What do you attribute this success to, Chief White?
Well, I think first and foremost the officers. I mean, you know, we were able under the mayor and city council to give them a 10% raise, which has been phenomenal for them.
That's helped with morale.
It's helped with morale, and it's certainly helped with recruiting. Putting 200 more officers on the street has been very impactful for our community. We're going to continue to hire and recruit. We do that now. We've got over 100 in the academy. So it starts with the officers, and then our community support has been fantastic. Our CVI groups, our community of violence interrupters, that program is working very well. It's now, you know, over a year in existence, and we're seeing some early good results.
Last time I checked, the force was about 2,500 officers trying to patrol a city that's 139 square miles. So people forget Detroit, just in terms of sheer size, is humongous.
It is.
Even though not every single area is heavily populated, it's still landmass that you're dealing with. When you go out and about, and I know you're out a lot in the neighborhoods, what are you hearing from the residents?
Well, they're very complimentary of our officers, particularly our neighborhood police officers, and I love hearing that. You know, we talk about everything. I try to get out in the community as much as I can, whether I'm on a bicycle or whether I'm walking a mile. Wednesdays,
it's good for exercise.
It's good for exercise and certainly keeps you, you know, present in the community. A lot of compliments for the officers and their work, change in the community in terms of some of the things that we're enforcing, the street parties, the illegal street parties, not the barbecues. They've been very complimentary of that. And then, of course, we get into the abandoned cars and neighbor troubles and things like that we talk about.
What are you hearing from the officers? And I reference this because I was last Saturday on Avenue of the Fashion in Livernois, and I stopped there at Art in Motion, where Kay Worthing does the ceramic stuff. And I was surprised when I left at the number of officers that were either walking the street or on bikes on both sides going all up and down Livernois. And so is that customary, and do officers like that?
You know, it's a great question, and I'm glad you saw that, because, you know, oftentimes people think it's only downtown. You know, we implement a number of different programs in our neighborhoods. Avenue of Fashion, historic, been there for many, many years. Grew up in shopping in that area, and certainly want to make sure that they get the appropriate security provisions and officers' presence. Just so happened last week there was a big event, but we're always there. We're on foot beats, we're on bikes. We do that throughout our neighborhoods as well, and so that is customary, and to the point of whether the officers like it, they do. The officers love interacting with the community, and our MPOs are second to none. They do a great job. Our bike patrol, all of them are bike patrol trained. I'm bike trained. We get out there, and it's great. It's great. It's a great community relations tool to get out of that car and to engage the community at a high level.
Before we go to break, how do you go about recruiting these days?
We're trying to put about 40 a month in the academy, and it's challenging. But the city sells itself. I mean, we sell the history of the department. We talk about the opportunities. You know, one of the things that's different in Detroit than a lot of smaller agencies is you can do a number of different things throughout your 20, 25-year career. Everything from aviation, flying a helicopter, to working special response team or SWAT, special operations, patrol, investigations, K-9. I mean, we've got a number of job opportunities here that you wouldn't necessarily see in a smaller agency. You look at our real-time crime center, state-of-the-art real-time crime center, our green light program, our freeway cameras, which is being expanded now to 60 miles plus. I mean, there's just so many opportunities to do crime analysis and investigative work that you wouldn't see in a smaller agency. That helps with the sale. When you look at the raise, the economics now are in line with other agencies. That has been tremendous for us. And our education incentives. We're a very highly educated department. We got relationships with Clear University, Wayne State University, and we support education in our department, from college tuition reimbursement to opportunities once you get your degree.
You can grow within the department.
You can grow very quickly within the department if you're educated.
All right, we're going to take a quick little break. We'll come back. I'm going to ask you what may be the biggest challenge that you're facing running a police department the size of the city of Detroit. We'll be right back with Chief White. Stay with us. And welcome back to Spotlight, talking to Chief James White of the Detroit Police Department. If I asked you what's the biggest challenge you face, what would it be? Because just within this last year, we have seen the NFL draft, 700,000 people, massive people out there, no incidents to speak of. We've seen a couple high-profile crimes here involving the rabbi and then, of course, the situation with the Henry Ford doctor, which drew a lot of media attention. And
Yes.
with those cases, sometimes go perception out there, right or wrong, from people in terms of how safe the area is. So when you look at that swath of things that you have to do, and we're in an election year in which emotions are running high and folks are fighting tooth and nail for their political parties, and come November, when the vote totals come in, we don't know what's going to happen. Hopefully everything will be nice and safe, but we'll see. How do you plan for all that, and what kind of challenge do you face?
Yeah, I mean, biggest challenge is certainly violent crime, right? It continues to be, and even though we've had, you know, some significant success with reducing those numbers, we know that every day we have to be aware of threats and things such as that. The draft, 775,000 people came to the city of Detroit, had a wonderful time and have a great story to tell when they return to their respective homes and neighborhoods and communities. But that, you know, you can't rest on that. You're only as good as the last thing you did right. And so you got to get prepared and continuously prepare yourself for the next big event. Whether it be people wanting to visit our city and all of the major events that we've hosted. And you've talked about a number of things that Detroit has hosted, and we're probably going to host more as a result of
with success comes success.
It comes more work, right? And so we have to be prepared, continue to be aware of what's happening, follow trends around the country, keep the morale of the officers up. This is a very tough business. Everybody thinks they can tell you how to do it, even though they've never done it. So you got to make sure that you have transparency in your agency, that you have national best practices, and that you keep up to date on good policy and training and recruiting efforts, and all of that comes with this job. But when you pull all that into place, and you certainly have a strategy for the officers to follow as it relates to crime reduction, and a great community supporting you, you've got a good opportunity and the ingredient for success. You just got to keep it going.
How do you, as chief of the Detroit Police, how do you keep that vim and vigor going, coming in every day, leading the troops?
Yeah, you know, morale is something that changes almost daily. I mean, major events and incidents that draw a lot of scrutiny sometimes, particularly as it relates to force and things such as that. You tell their story, you celebrate good policing. You know, two things can be true at once. You can have accountability, which we do. We are an accountable and transparent agency, But when the officers get it right, you have to support them. You have to get out there and tell their story, the great work that they do. And I try to do both. I try to hold them accountable. Yes, this is an important business. But when they get it right, I also celebrate outstanding police work. I celebrate them as the best police agency in the country. And you hope that that trickles down to them. They hear it from me. They hear it from their command officers. And they know that they're respected. They're loved, and that they're supported in this agency, and we know we need them. And this community, my goodness, this community truly supports our officers.
How often do you hear from Mayor Duggan when he's talking about trying to grow the city, how important police safety work is in trying to reach that big picture grow?
How often? From Mayor on that topic?
Yeah.
Daily. He called me today about that very topic. No, daily I hear from the mayor on that. And that's what we talk about. We talk every day, multiple times a day. And it is about growing the city, and it is about keeping the city safe. People forget the mayor is a former prosecutor, so he is a law enforcement mind. Yeah. And this is what he's about. So yes, every day I hear that.
All right, so it sounds like you have to go to court every day. Chief White, thanks so much for coming in, bringing us up to date on things, and we'll get you back.
All right, thank you for having me.
All right, and when Spotlight returns, we'll sit down with Jessica Keir-Moore, the Poet Laureate for the city of Detroit. Stay with us. And welcome back to Spotlight, talking to Jessica Keir-Moore. I don't know when you sleep.
I don't.
Okay, you're doing the poetry, you're writing books, you're doing your film.
Yes.
Do you have a favorite passion? And you're the city of Detroit Poet Laureate.
I am. I'm busy. Do I have a favorite? Poetry is at the core of everything that I do. So I'm a book publisher. I'm an institution builder. But writing is my safe place. Writing is where I feel the most happiest. And writing screenplays now, which is a diversion from just writing poems. But I want more spaces. I want more audience.
What was the inspiration for you before the fame came? When you were, was it still when you were at Cody High School or before that?
I think some of Cody. You know, I got my life changed at a black box theater at Cody High School. My Susan Story, my drama teacher, introduced me to Ntozake Shange's work. In 11th grade, for Colored Girls came, and I said, what is this language? Who is this woman? And that library on Joy Road, I always say I love that library. I went there and I found Audre Lorde. I found Dudley Randall and Sonia Sanchez and Nikki Giovanni. And I found like these poets that were there waiting for me to find them. And I wasn't being taught them traditionally in the school setting, but the library and the theater, that's where I found it.
You have Black Women Rock.
Yes.
20th anniversary concert coming up
go.
at the Fillmore on August 31st.
Yes.
All right. Tell us a little bit about that and why people should come, especially if they haven't been introduced to your work.
Well, first of all, it's the baddest rock concert in the world. It's a Black Women Rock Orchestra, full drums, a horn section, string section. Kat Dyson, who worked with Prince, musical director, worked with Cyndi Lauper, because I'm bringing in Divinity Rocks, who was Beyonce's musical director, who's an incredible bassist. Wow. I'm bringing in Nick West, who just got off tour with Lenny Kravitz. So these are women who might be under the radar for some of us who are just listening to radio, but they've traveled all over the world. And so they're some of the most incredible entertainers and people. So the concert is Saturday the 31st, and we do this extremely beautiful, and it's intergenerational, and it's all ages. So you can bring your teenage daughters to the show. You can encourage your college-age boys and girls to come to this show. And also, people who are old school came up with Nona Hendrix and Betty Davis, you know what I'm saying?
Something for the old folks.
And Grace Jones, and so we're honoring Rosetta Tharpe, you know? But it's more than just a concert. It's an empowerment weekend. We start with the art exhibition at the Motivational Museum at Joe Campo on the 28th. So we have this beautiful art exhibition. We celebrate the visual component of what Black women are. And then on Saturday, we do this incredible concert. And on Sunday, we have a free community conversation. We go back to the Motivational Museum in Hamtramck. And on 9:30 to 1, it's all about self-care and survival. So these women have extraordinary stories.
You just got back from Martha's Vineyard
did.
over on the East Coast. Why were you there?
The premiere of He Looked Like a Postcard, my first feature film starring myself and Tobias Trevelyan. It's directed by Qasim Basir. It's a love letter to my city, and we were nominated for Best Feature Narrative.
Congratulations.
So, thank you.
Yeah. And you got it funded, sort of self-funded. You went to Friends.
I went to Friends. You know, I think you start with yourself, right? And I had to, you know, when Qasim said, okay, Jessica, I want to direct your film. Do you have producers and can you find money? And I was like, well, who supports my work? Who knows me? Because they didn't invest in my film, they invested in me. And I learned that along the way. You know, people
Well, there was a bond, there was a trust.
And they knew my work. Lasana Hotep, who's my dear friend, he's an African studies educator out of the Bay, gave me my first $150,000. I thought he was kidding. He said, Jessica, you wrote the script? I said, I wrote the script. He said, I want to be one of your executive producers.
Wow.
So we got Eve Ensler and my brother Sean Wilson and Phil Cooley and, you know, Mr. Jackson.
Sean Wilson from right here in
That's
Detroit.
right,
the
Detroit.
Boys and Girls Club.
One of our investors. I'm so grateful. So my family gave me money. My nephew, Jaden Anthony Moore, is the child star of the film. My son, King has, for the soundtrack, did 3 of the songs. My other son, Omari, did most of the soundtrack.
I hear your Cadillac dealer gave you something.
Mr. Jackson, shout out. Listen, I'm driving a Jeep now. I have to get back to my Cadillac. Somebody give me a caddy. But I've been buying Cadillacs. My daddy, I ride those for my daddy. I buy caddies for my daddy.
Well, and Greg Jackson has been so supportive of so many
he's
different
lovely.
things
Yeah, he's been supporting my career,
Detroit,
for a long time. And I knew if I asked, he would show up for me. And he's going to see the film for the first time, too, you know, in Detroit tonight. So I'm excited.
So he hasn't even seen it yet.
He hasn't seen it. I won't let him see it. He wanted to see it. But, you know, we have love stories. We got black folks. You know, we have a lot of other kind of movies that come out of Detroit. And I wanted to tell a black love story, a self-love story. Because whereas black people, there is love. And so that's what the film is. It's one long, beautiful poem.
Sounds great. All right, hang on one second. I got to rush to a little break.
Okay.
We will come right back. We'll talk about the book that you have, and we'll talk about your role as the Poet Laureate for the city of Detroit. We'll be right back with Jessica Care-Moore. Stay with us. Your first book of poetry?
Yeah, 1997. The Words Don't Fit in My Mouth. That was my first book. I was just a baby. I wrote that book. I was in Brooklyn. And I started More Black Press in 97. So instead of just writing a book, I started a publishing house and began publishing the poets in New York City.
What does poetry do for a city, for a culture, for people, for quality of life?
It gets to the heart. It gets to the heart of the people. My poetry is nothing without community. So I'm connected to my people. I'm writing for them. I'm writing thinking of them. It's not just for me. It's not a selfish art form.
Yeah, the Ford Foundation got together with the city of Detroit. Mayor Duggan, Rochelle Riley heads up that Cultural Affairs Department, and said, we're going to put up the funds so that we can have a Poet Laureate.
I'm so grateful.
What do you want to do in that role, and what comes with that role? What responsibility?
I want to do more than what I'm responsible for. And so first of all, I'm going to do a series at the Detroit Public Library, a free series. I'm going to be doing a series of workshops and performances, and also introducing people to national poets. I want to bring all the Black Poet Laureates to the city of Detroit for a festival in 2025. So I'm hoping that's going to happen. But more importantly, it's about just showing up as much as, I'm saying yes to as much as I can. So I've got a lot of calls, so I have to balance out, you know,
need a lot of vitamin C.
You need a vitamin C. But just showing, and then telling people, because people say, what is a poet laureate? And I said, it depends on what poet laureate you are. So I want to be a voice for youth. I want to get inside schools. I want to be in every single school that I can get in while I'm the poet laureate, to show them that a poet is young and vibrant. It isn't just an old person that's in a book that you can never find. You know, it's somebody that can make references to things that you understand, I can say the word Joy Road to a baby at Cody High School and they know what street I'm talking about. And so for me, it's just about getting those literacy rates up. Poetry is a very powerful tool for literacy because it's an easy access art form. Like I have babies I worked with over the years that couldn't write well, that were maybe writing H-E-T instead of T-H-E, but they can count syllables. So I taught them haiku. So 575, if you can sound out the 575, you can write a haiku.
When budgets get tight, the first thing they oftentimes cut are the cultural arts, the musical arts, those things that provide quality of life, and as you said, sometimes can bring something out of young people that wasn't coming out before they embrace some type of
art form.
Art
should be at the core of our curriculum. Theater, black box theaters, performance, dance, painting. If we need this, like Detroit School of the Arts is one school that focuses on the arts. Every school should be a Detroit School of the Arts. That also has math. So I'm not a STEM person, I'm a STEAM person. You can't have STEM without STEAM. Even our babies that want to be engineers and love math still need to paint. They still have things inside of them that they need to get out, and poetry is a way to do that. We need I think I want a poet in residence in every Detroit public school. We need poets in residence. We need them to show them that poetry belongs to them. I've been in Western International. If you go on Western International, I love the principal, Angel Garcia, over there, did work over there. Every floor has murals. I don't leave a school without some murals on the wall. And all them kids, I had the football team writing poetry. All of them. And doing yoga. You know, we need all these things. All mindfulness and yoga and all these things that we think
it's all interconnected.
It's all interconnected. And so when I say, you know, what was great about DSA when they went online, they kept the art classes going. They all got, during COVID, they all went away in all the other schools. They didn't have the art classes. How do you do dance on Zoom? You know, but you find a way if you really want to keep kids going. And it's a way to keep kids alive, and it saved my life.
Tell me about the Moore Art House.
The Moore Art House.
How does that fit into this huge portfolio that you have?
It's my 501c3. You know, I've been publishing since 1997 with Moore Black Press, and so the Moore Art House is just going to be a continuation of that. I want to do published chapbooks. I want to get emerging poets and writers out of Detroit. I want to hear those voices, find them, and publish or do a limited edition publishing series with them. And then the public art campaign. So the haiku, we're going to get people like you, celebrity people, to write haiku about Detroit.
All right.
And we're going to get...
Sign me up.
We're going to have a poster campaign. Philly did this beautifully with Sonia Sanchez. They called it the Peace, Love.
Sonia
yeah, come on. She's 90 years old this year. But Love, Peace is a haiku song was her program in Philly. And I want to do love because Detroit, love is to me at the center of what's going to make this city great. You know, we have to love our community here. We have to not bulldoze over people. We have to embrace people. I'm going to do a intergenerational storytelling project. People just have to go to the website. It's jessicacaremore.org.
All right.
That's me, yeah.
That's good. Wish we had another half hour to be able to talk. We will get you back.
Please.
Give us some updates on the things that you're doing.
Yes.
And best of luck in your position as Detroit's Poet Laureate. Jessica Caremore, thanks so much for coming in.
Thank you so much for having me.
All right, and once again, don't forget, August the 31st at the Fillmore Theater, Black Women Rock. I'm Chuck Stokes. We'll be back next week with more newsmakers in the spotlight. We hope you have a great week.